I think we all anticipated that the game would be quite straightforward for Liverpool because the form of the two teams couldn't have been more different going into this game. And Liverpool have just been irresistible. And we all had this image in our heads of Liverpool just controlling everything. And they did, but I don't think I expected it to be quite to this level. And I think that's the most impressive thing about this Liverpool performance is that they went full throttle for a good 20, 25 minutes, but then kind of eased up and controlled the game from then on. And City had no answers whatsoever, looked completely bereft of confidence. And fair play to Arne Slot, he got his team really set up to exploit that lack of confidence from City, didn't he? And they looked like champions-elect in some ways. It was a great performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think they definitely targeted that first 20 minutes or so where they did put a lot of energy and a lot of effort into that first portion of the game where they were really closing those spaces where looking to close down City where they like to build up. City just couldn't deal with that element of pressure in those early stages in the game, and you really sense that Liverpool thought they could take the game away from them in that first 20 minutes. And to be honest, City were fortunate not to be more than one down.
Yeah, definitely.
Very lucky, to be honest, because Liverpool created a lot of good opportunities in that stage of the game. I thought Mo Salah was his inventive best. I thought he created a lot of opportunities. I think for the first goal, that cross is inch perfect, and the pace that he puts on and the accuracy, obviously maintains that accuracy as well. I think he does superbly well. When Cody Gakpo, there might have been a few eyebrows raised. I think at him starting. I think a lot of people might have been expecting maybe Darwin Núñez to be starting this week because I thought this is probably tailor-made for him to come in and play this game with the amount of havoc he'll cause at the back and those runs, it can really stretch that City defence. But no, Gakpo came in and did really well, made his mark, could have easily scored a couple more goals, to be honest.
Not just him, but Van Dijk as well at the back. He started the game brilliantly, should have scored with a header, shouldn't he, quite early on, and was a fantastic presence at the back too. And they just looked so calm, despite the defence being kind of a bit upside down for this game. They had obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold back in. They were missing Ibrahima Konate as well, so Joe Gomez came in. So there was a few changes at the back, didn't affect them at all. But going forward, like you say, I think you're right, Dave. They just looked brilliant. They were elements of like that he did. This is a team so high on confidence at the minute that I think they showed City a bit of mercy in some ways. They kind of eased up in the second half and controlled the game out of probably a bit of respect, I guess, for their opponents. But they could have gone full throttle, really, and thrashed them, couldn't they?
Yeah, like I say, if it was 3-0 after 20, 25 minutes, he couldn't have really... I don't think any Liverpool fans would be saying that would have been unjust at all. I think they would have really deserved that, which obviously needed to be a little bit more clinical in that final third. Probably a little bit unfortunate at times not to have it drop their way, but I think with this performance, I think everyone will be looking at it and thinking, they are really looking like potential title winners, and the performance that really does show that. I think that City, after about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, started to come into the game a little bit more. They had a period of play, about 10 minutes, I think, and Liverpool managed to sort of stem the flow again then and take it up to half-time. And, again, they started the game in the second half a similar sort of way. And then it just never felt like Liverpool were in any trouble, to be honest, any time. No. I thought they contained Haaland very easily. I thought he looked very flat, to be honest, in this game. Yeah. And I just think that's something that City struggle with now. I think now they've obviously not got Julian Alvarez in there, who can just give them something a little bit different. He just gets involved in the game more than what that Haaland does. I just think he gives that something that City are lacking now. I think it is quite predictable at times.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy to say because this is this is Man City, who've dominated English football for the last 6 or 7 years. So
well, the bench still had the likes of De Bruyne and Grealish on it as well. So it's not like it's a weak team. Like it is got most of its starters back in now. They're just not in any kind of confidence whatsoever. And Gvardiol as well, I thought he looked really shaky. Kay as well, he's 30, believe it or not now. I can't believe that, but he's kind of looking like a player who's past his best. And yeah, you suddenly think to yourself, how much is it going to cost to redo this Man City team? And probably quite a bit. There's a lot of aging players there, and that's the worry. And in contrast, Liverpool just look fresh, youthful, vibrant, with Salah being kind of the main, and Van Dijk obviously being the main kind of senior players. And they stepped up so well. And the balance between age and experience for Liverpool looks really good. And it's ominous, really. We're sitting here as Man United fans going, let's all laugh at City falling off as much as they have, but who's taking their place at the top? And it's bloody Liverpool. Like, it's the worst scenario for me and you. And for Man United fans, it's so conflicted to see this happening. But credit to Liverpool. They've evolved so well.